Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the weekend. Got a couple of videos today, including this one, and then tomorrow. We're both looking at topics. It's the weekend. I really couldn't think of what I wanted to make in the time frame that I had. So apologies if they're not of kind of like a, guide type quality stuff. Did a couple of guides this week. Need to get back to doing that. But yes, some stuff going on personally. So I thought what I'd do is, I haven't done like an account tour type video, but I want to do it like, a little twist. We'll talk about, experiences being free to play at the moment, talk about where kind of plans are for the account, what I'm looking to do, kind of like status update, prestige, numbers, you name it. Let's just get into it. And it should be time coded for the video to cover different types of sectors and sectors. So whilst me and Em have got a lot of stuff going on at the moment, and there's Father's Day as well this weekend, and a lot of kind of stuff with the contractor suppliers and stuff that we're doing in life, you can see I'm auto fighting through a lot of things, right? To be honest, and I will be brutally honest with myself, I've not achieved what I wanted to do with 2025 so far, and hoping that I can at least get back to 2026 where I could be a bit more quicker with kind of like coverage of things. But hey, look, full-time job, really important full-time job, and maybe and hopefully I can get it as more of a permanent thing, because it's only a 12-month contract. So yeah, that would be nice. But I want to do more things. I want to do more kind of like guides. I wanted to do, but hopefully I can do next year. We have more guides, more champion-specific guides and overviews and stuff like that. But, I'm doing my best to kind of keep up with stuff. Oh, and I'm really looking forward to doing a Human Torch video, 7-star Human Torch video, which should be out in the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping to do like a Karolina Dean review type video next week, but we'll have to see how time goes with stuff. Now I want to talk about enjoyment versus things that I'm not enjoying at the moment. Enjoyments, let's talk about like what is positive about the game. The Paragon, Gauntlet, and Valiant difficulty, I think are great, right? Paragon Gauntlet, not Paragon Gauntlet, the Valiant Gauntlet or Valiant difficulty, a few changes here and there, and it will be, really good. I don't think Kabam will make those changes that I think would be applicable, but definitely by reducing down a few fights, I think it's going to be golden. Side quests, however, then Kabam said they're going to, improve them, so I'll hold them on the word that they're going to be doing them at some point. But to be honest, it's just not there, right? It's just not there at the moment. Incursions, I do miss playing incursions, but again, it's something I've had to kill off because of time. I used to love playing incursions so much, but it's a time sink. And I've said in constant pieces of content videos that I've made, quality of life improvements, AI, save my time, Kabam. Like, find ways to save my time so I can actually play more, or feel that playing for about 1 to 2 hours, I'm getting something back. I don't want to be in 20-minute fights. I just don't. It's not fun for me, especially with other games being more interesting. If it's kind of like you're playing for 10 minutes and you're getting a boss fight takes 5 to 10 minutes, then that's good. If a fight's taking 1 to 5 minutes, even better. But of course, that's not how this game has always been, which is weird from a fighting game perspective. But hey ho, we move on. Something else like story mode. I don't know. I'm just feeling that he's dragging a bit, or it's just a bit, like it's just a bit. But more nodes. As soon as Kabam start adding more nodes onto certain fights, for me, again, it just adds complexity. It gets boring. There's just too much. There's too much planning, and guess what? When people just want to play video games, a lot of the time they don't want to. It's not. Kabam like to make this a fighting RPG game, and I think it needs to go a little bit away from that kind of like, oh, I'm not playing World of Warcraft. I just want to play a fighting game, and how it's kind of gone over the years to that particular element. But there are some stuff as I still relatively enjoy about the game. So let's move on to my 7-star roster. I'm not throwing my 6 stars in because there's no point. We're kind of at like where the pinnacle is at the moment. As being a level 63 player, as a non-spending player in MCOC, non-spending as of 2021, end of 2021, I've got myself 122 7 stars ranging in different rarities. I do need to get myself ranked up I do need to get 9.2 duns, which gives me my 3rd rank 4, and I can I think I can get just after that another rank 4, and if I do Wheel of Fate, which I'm still yet to kind of get done 100%, then at least then I will get another one. So that's kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to getting that particular point in time. But I'm happy with my 7 stars. I do need to add more to it. I don't have every single one. That would be absolutely amazing. And of course, they can be seen right here. I should have loaded up on the PC version, but I'm still kind of like a bit of a sucker for the mobile version. By the way, there will be a tab devoted to me switching over to the PC version, but it's not straightforward. Switching from being a mobile user to a PC user, there's a learning curve. Like you basically, I might have to even say to my alliance, no, I'm gonna I'll try and commit to it. But trying to play Alliance Wars and Alliance Quest when it's so specific, you have to win. You have to win. It costs the Alliance more for me just going, hey, I'm experimenting around with PC version. Oh great, I've just lost all of my charges because I've done effed up. That's not good. I then have to decide when that full switch is going to be, when I'm comfortable and confident in my ability switching over to something like a fighting stick. Learning a new kind of control-based method to play the game, it takes time. But I do agree in the mobile version being something you can take away with you. And, if you're playing Arena, you're, in a hotel room watching a movie and, no one's doing anything, so you're just kind of there playing a device, then fair dues, you do that. Anyway, you can see all the 7 stars right here. There's a lot of champions I am still yet to rank up. I have to rank them up at some stage, but I'm being very cautious on who I rank up. And I'll kind of talk about that in a second. So rank up resource is very important to me because as a non-spending player, access to things at tier 7 basics, even tier 4 alpha, tier 4 alpha is getting better, by the way. But getting all the other resources, my current problem is tier 6 basics. So you might be saying, Rich, well, you've got 10 there. That's not exactly having a problem with tier 6 basics and tier 3 alpha. It is. I go through these so quickly. I'm finding I've got tier 4 alpha that is just kind of sitting there until I'm ready to kind of rank up. So it's causing a little bit of a problem, and I do want to rank up more champions. It's just being careful of who I rank up and for what purpose, because the same issue. If I rank up a 7-star version, I now have to focus on that because of Wheel of Fate. The same thing that any other content coming in, of course, alliance-based stuff, alliance defense, alliance wars defense and stuff like that. You've got to be able to kind of field the best champions and the strongest champions possible. So that's something, again, I'm trying to really consider who I rank up and why still, but also getting the resources becoming a little bit trickier, especially if I'm saying that my daily super daily goes on things like tier 6 basics, which kind of feels weird, but it kind of feeling that as a necessity at the moment, whereas I use my glory and maybe some trophy tokens to get things like tier 3 alpha to top it up. It's such a weird time in the game, but I do need to rank up more, and that's something I do need to put right as my future plans. Oh, and I forgot to say, I reached 7 million on my total base hero rating, which isn't too bad. I could be doing more. I could bump that up, and maybe I'll do a challenge to bump up by 1 mil by, I don't know, whatever time. But that's still okay. I'm a non-spending player in the game. Trying to get anywhere in the game takes time. And that's the thing. If you're spending game, you can largely save your time. If you don't spend, it's going to cost you time in order to do that. And definitely my plan is to kind of bump up my prestige, which still is under 30k. I do want to get that higher. My relic prestige isn't too good, but again, I need to focus on relics. But let's talk about my plans. My right now plans and this weekend plans is to do something like this, which is to 100% 9.2. I might feel to myself that I've been a bit slow to get it done, but I think it's only been out a month, so a month and a bit, so I can't really, continue to go kicking myself down. I haven't done this, why haven't I done that? I don't care. I'm here to kind of enjoy the game as much as present content and do coverage in what I enjoy and what I find interesting to then share. I found this interesting. Do you find it interesting? Do you not? Of course, it goes over to the community whenever we do these things. So definitely 9.2. Definitely Wheel of Fate, but I've got to then, block some time out and just go, hey, this is going to be boring. Let's just do it in any case and see what the crack is. I've got to plan out my team, actually, hopefully this weekend, but it depends on time. Got a lot of other things going on. I've been very chill when it comes to my unit farming, and I haven't really done any arena grinding for the last 6 months. And to get those units, like, yeah, I'm just doing it organically through things like Super Daily Event on a daily basis, through content farming, through leveling up, and you can see I'm on 9,236 units. I haven't tapped into that yet, and I've been very careful with my revives, so I haven't been kind of like spending units. I've been trying to really enjoy myself, but also kind of keep those units and not kind of spend them. And I do have plans. If you've been following the channel, I did say about that 9.2 thing. If you can wait off 9.2, which at the end of it, the offer gives a rank 4 7-star opportunity, and you've got July 4th deals. If it costs you over 10,000 units to get a rank 4 7-star, then you might be best off right now going to get your Act 9.2 done, like saving that 10k, getting the offer, and then boom, getting yourself a cheaper way of getting a rank 4 7-star as a result. That's just like a tip from me. Of course, you do you when it comes to 10,000 units and where you see better spent, but I'm definitely going to be focusing on just finishing off the quest and holding back maybe for that that kind of like that deal that drops on the 27th. Going, okay, well, the weekend, next weekend or the weekend after, whenever it is, go do that. One place I have been lacking, and I know I've been lacking, is getting and pursuing Radiance. It's hard work to get Radiance, and as much as I was thinking to myself, oh, should I, what should I do to get some? Apart from, you know, being banned and maybe kind of added back in. That wasn't me, but other people got access to 30k Radiance. I should be doing more in Battlegrounds to get Radiance. I just don't have the time, but I need to find the time. And that's always tricky with MCOC because time is such a big sink for stuff that's maybe out and kind of floating about you got to do. There's so many things going on in MCOC at times. You just can't split yourself, especially if you've got, like, you know, kids, full-time job, work 2 jobs maybe. You know, it's difficult to find the balance here for it, but I've got to do better with this. I've also got to build a Battlegrounds deck better than how I have at the moment. It's okay, it could be better. Some champions actually work out pretty well for me. I'm not going to go too much into, I don't really like revealing too much about that because, you know, it's in a public forum, but you're definitely some of the champions that listed here, and especially towards the bottom, should be higher ranked champions for me to use. But that's on me. Like, I've got to, you know, sort out my rank ups, sort out this, sort out that, and so much stuff. The same way that, you know, I've got plans this year to sort out my relics. Again, boost my relic prestige, assign better. You know, there's so many things that I've got to do. But there are some content that has meant that a lot of the relics that I have had to be like switched over to one or the other, and I've got level ups to do with relics, and I ran out of embers, so then you got to wait for more embers to then kind of level them up. Dear. So it's an ever-going thing, isn't it? Everyone's under the same stress when it comes to MCOC. Too much to think about. The final thing is the PC version, kind of like the idea of quitting the mobile version. I do think it will be beneficial for me to learn the fight stick method. It just means that I could then try this new Marvel game next year. I would probably not cover it on this channel, and it just depends on, like, if I get a permanent job next year, if I get offered to kind of like have a permanent job with the company I'm with, then that would be great. But if not, I will probably do a stint of playing Marvel Token Fighting Souls, go back to Marvel Rivals, and play GTA 6 and kind of stream and cover that for a length of time before then looking at how well it's gone and whether or not I can actually financially sustain. But if not, we'll have to see what happens. You know, February next year is when my contract expires, so I'll have to see what happens as a result after that. But it's definitely opened up my eyes of what I would like to do in the future when it comes to, like, you know, job and the job that I'm doing at the moment. It's really exciting. I'd love to share, as I've said before, I want to share more with you about that, but I can't until the years passed and / I've been offered or may not offered a permanent job, and I'll kind of reveal all. I've got loads of photos and stuff and things to kind of like share with you also, you know, be nice, be cool. And then next year trying to push that 100k mark, but I've got I've got a lot to kind of get right with this channel, when a lot of stuff that I haven't really been doing my best at, but it's difficult to split yourself between a house like remodel, you know, changes, new building stuff and stuff like that, a side business as well, working on the channel here, and of course the full-time job, which is the main focus. But yeah, just trying to like juggle and spin a few plates at the moment. So apologies for anybody that's been annoyed with, say, the stuff that they'd like to see from me do. Sorry, but I'm doing the best at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm in a good place. It's just I want the best for this game, and we'll have to see. Looking forward to actually playing on Fighting Stick, but again, that's going to take some time. It's going to take some learning, which hey, we got time. We got time. Hopefully this game doesn't die next year. Well, no, it'll be all right. Anyway, thanks for watching. How's your current development roster and stuff like that? Oh, yes, I was meant to do new player guides as well. Maybe next year then. Anyway, have a lovely day and goodbye.